walking, driving. Everybody in town, I think, was out.
The Two Rivers community comes together to search for missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu.
I have a 3-year-old boy also and 2 other kids, so I don't know, what would somebody do for me in this situation? And I don't know, it's just tough.
As investigators collect clues, the hope is to find something, anything, to end 2 days of turmoil.
Him alive, obviously, would be the best, but some kind of a clue that makes everybody know where to go or what the next step is.
Team coverage of the search for Elijah tops Action 2 News at 5.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. The community of Two Rivers remains on the lookout for 3-year-old Elijah Vu, who was reported missing yesterday.
Elijah is the child behind yesterday's Amber Alert, which is still ongoing. The case is being labeled an abduction. Elijah last seen on Mishicot Road in Two Rivers yesterday morning at 8 a.m. Police say he's 3 feet tall, weighs 45 pounds, last seen wearing gray pants, red and green dinosaur slippers, possibly had a red and white blanket with him. He also has a birthmark on his left knee.
We begin our team coverage with Jason Zimmerman, who spoke to members of the family a short time ago. He's live in Two Rivers with more. Jason.
Bill, family members today have been showing up at the scene, which is right behind me, this apartment complex that we believe might be the last place Elijah was seen before he went missing yesterday. Also today, family members telling me they are extremely worried at this point. In speaking with Elijah's uncle, Orson Vu, he's not sure what led to this incident or who was even the last person to see Elijah before his disappearance. Vu is thankful that many people are helping with the search for his nephew. This includes neighbors and volunteers who have driven to Two Rivers from surrounding communities. Obviously, the family right now can only hope for the best, asking people who might have information to come forward to police.
We haven't found out anything new. It's the same thing as last night. I think from what the detective told us this morning, they're basically doing the searches all over again. And at this point, like, more family members are here, and we're kind of just trying to support each other, asking the community to see if they have any information.
We also spoke to some of the neighbors who have been assisting in this search that live right around this apartment complex. I can also tell you that police have been out here for much of the day and that there was some evidence that was gathered here as well. We are hoping to hear from police at some point tonight. Reporting live in Two Rivers, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
Jason, thank you. As police continue that search, as he showed us earlier, members of the Two Rivers community also doing their work. Samantha Cavalli joining us live in Two Rivers with how the community is working together to try to bring Elijah home. Samantha.
Well, Cammie and Bill, what we're trying to figure out here is that hundreds of people, as of yesterday afternoon, were out searching for Elijah, and they're not going to be stopping until he is found.
Group come around 8:45.
A community coming together in a time of need, all with the sole purpose of finding 3-year-old Elijah Vu.
You can tell by the community around here that it just hits close to home. No one wants to see a little boy or really anyone go missing from our neighborhood.
Ashley Baer says she and her husband Ryan did not get much sleep Tuesday night, knowing Elijah wasn't home safe. They started a search party on the corner of 39th and Martin, and they were shocked by the number of people who came out as early as 8:30 Wednesday morning.
We all headed out into the woods. We probably covered about 10 miles out there, and it's thick, so it's hard to get through, but we wanted to make sure that we covered every crevice that we could think of in hopes of finding him and bringing him home.
Baer says many local businesses donated food, water, and drinks to those searching. Sabrina Knox, the manager of the local Dairy Queen, stopped by to donate burgers and fries. She was out searching Tuesday as well.
I have never seen like so many people in one spot in Two Rivers, and it was just, there was hundreds of people everywhere, so it was great.
Knox says it's great knowing the community has everyone's back if anything were to happen to anyone. Baer agrees, saying if something happened to her 3-year-old son, she wouldn't be alone.
We like to think that our neighborhood is a safe area for us to live in and raise our children, so to have something like this hit so close, it just makes us want to hug our kids a little bit more and pray that we can bring Elijah home.
Now, other community members that we spoke with say that they are remaining optimistic that they are going to be finding Elijah safe. Now, also tonight at 7 p.m. there's going to be a candlelight vigil. It'll be held at St. Peter, the Fisherman Catholic Parish. That'll be for the candlelight vigil to have Elijah return home safely. That'll be tonight there at the parish at 7 p.m. and we'll have a full report tonight on our 10 p.m. newscast. Reporting live in Two Rivers, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
The Two Rivers community rallies to find a missing 3-year-old boy. Elijah Vu, the center of an Amber Alert, an intense police investigation. Family holding out hope for a breakthrough tonight.
We don't want to think about the bad stuff that may possibly have happened to him, and we're hopeful.
Team coverage of the search for Elijah tops Action 2 News at 6. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. The search for 3-year-old Elijah Vu continues today. He was last seen on Michigan Road about 8 o'clock yesterday morning.
That Amber Alert for Elijah issued yesterday afternoon. Authorities labeled this case as an abduction. Police say Elijah Vu is 3 feet tall, weighs 45 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. He was last seen wearing gray pants, red and green dinosaur slippers, possibly would have a red and white blanket with him. He also has a birthmark on his left knee.
Jason Zimmerman begins our team coverage tonight live from Two Rivers with the latest on the investigation. Jason.
Bill, we've yet to hear from police on cameras since this investigation started. Much of the focus today has been on this apartment complex right behind me, which we believe may have been the last place Elijah Vu was seen before he went missing. Family members also speaking out today, saying they continue to hold out hope. As Two Rivers police continue to conduct their investigation, the family of 3-year-old Elijah Vu is also seeking answers, not knowing what happened the day he went missing.
We haven't found out anything new. It's the same thing as last night. I think from what the detective told us this morning, they're basically doing the searches all over again. And at this point, like, more family members are here, and we're kind of just trying to support each other, asking the community to see if they have any information.
Orson Vu is Elijah's uncle and tells us the family's doing everything possible to stay positive as an extensive search is conducted involving volunteers from across northeast Wisconsin.
We're extremely worried. We're all emotional at the moment, and we don't want to think about the bad stuff that may possibly have happened to him. And we're hopeful.
As family members stood along Michigan Road, others in the neighborhood tried to help. Elijah! By calling out for Elijah and going door to door.
I don't know Elijah from a can of paint, him or his family, but by me being a mother, it just don't sit right with me being at home, just not doing nothing. We done been in the woods, we done been neighborhoods, we done looked in sheds, I done crawled under houses. We done been everywhere, but it don't stop.
The family also expressing this message for the community.
I just want to say a thank you to everyone, and to reach out to the authorities with any information they find.
We've also seen police collecting evidence from in and around the apartment complex last night and today. We do hope to receive some sort of an update from police at some point this evening. Reporting live in Two Rivers, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
Jason, thanks. Police continued their investigation, and as you saw, members of the Two Rivers community coming out in droves, continuing that search today. Samantha Cavalli joining us with how the community is trying to bring Elijah home. Samantha.
Right, Cammie. As the sun sets on this second day of searching, this search continues on for 3-year-old Elijah Vu, and the community is not giving up hope and hoping that they're going to be finding him. We spoke with multiple community members earlier this morning out on searches and last night, just looking for any signs of him, any clues that could lead them to finding the 3-year-old. Now, many of the volunteers remaining positive and optimistic that they will find Elijah safe and sound. One member of today's search party tells me if his own child went missing, he would want everyone that could help out there looking, just like they're out in force right now.
People that I'm just meeting out in the woods, we're all coming together and all for the cause to find Elijah. And it's the support, just the town of Two Rivers and everyone. I couldn't ask for better support.
Now tonight there will be a candlelight vigil to help bring home Elijah just for a safe return. That'll be at 7:30, pushed back 30 minutes from what we've previously reported. That'll be at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Parish. That'll have a candlelight vigil for him tonight, and that'll be at 7:30. We'll have a full report on that later tonight at 10. Reporting in Two Rivers, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. In a briefing tonight, we heard from the Two Rivers Police Department about the ongoing search efforts for 3-year-old Elijah Vu. He remains missing.
He was last seen by a caregiver on Michigan Road about 8 o'clock yesterday morning. An Amber Alert was then issued Tuesday afternoon.
Police say Elijah Vu is 3 feet tall, weighs 45 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. He was last seen wearing gray pants, red and green dinosaur slippers, possibly might have a red and white blanket with him. He also has a birthmark on his left knee.
We begin our team coverage with Jason Zimmerman, who just received an update from police. He's live now in Two Rivers with more on that. Jason.
Bill, this was a very quick news conference at Two Rivers City Hall lasting roughly about 7 minutes. While police did not answer any questions, they did confirm that the search for Elijah is active and ongoing. Well, police spent much of the day at this apartment complex on Michigan Road retrieving potential evidence in the area 3-year-old Elijah Vu was last seen. They also went on camera for the first time Wednesday night, assuring the public they haven't given up hope.
Our search and rescue teams have been combing through our neighborhoods, parks, wooded areas, and they've been following up on all leads and tips from the public.
The city's police chief would not comment on specific details concerning the search effort. He did thank the hundreds of volunteers who've come forward to help, including many from outside the community.
I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has volunteered their time, resources, and support to assist in the search for Elijah. Your unwavering commitment to the well-being of Elijah and our community is inspiring.
Also Wednesday, we heard from Elijah's uncle, Orson Vu, who told us the family is doing everything possible to pull together.
We're extremely worried. We're all emotional at the moment, and we don't want to think about the bad stuff that may possibly have happened to him. And we're hopeful.
For now, police say the search effort will continue.
As we continue our efforts, I want to emphasize the importance of remaining vigilant and proactive. Additionally, I want to remind everyone to please refrain from spreading rumors and false information. This can hinder our search efforts for Elijah.
And people are starting to hand out flyers as well. This is one that I received from a volunteer tonight with Elijah's picture on it, his information, and numbers to contact police if you do have any information you would like to pass along. Reporting live in Two Rivers, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
Jason, thank you. Two Rivers community members gathered tonight for a candlelight vigil, praying that the 3-year-old Elijah Vu was found and returned home safely. Emily Riley joins us now from Two Rivers with how the community came together tonight. Emily.
Cammie and Bill, so many emotions shared here tonight of both worry and hope at the vigil here just a few hours ago. Community members and loved ones of Elijah gathered here after another day of searching for the little boy. The parking lot of St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church lit up with candles as dozens of people from all over the community united to show their support. Each candle a shared prayer for Elijah's safe return. Some of the hundreds of volunteers who are helping search for Elijah attended, including Tori Weaver, who organized the vigil earlier today.
And I hope that he can feel this, the energy of this community, because we're all praying for it.
We want Elijah to come home. We're praying and hoping that he's somewhere that's safe.
Community members say they're determined to stand together during this difficult time and remain hopeful. We'll bring you any new updates as we receive them. Reporting live in Two Rivers, Emily Riley, Action 2 News.
Emily, thanks. Elijah's extended family also waiting for answers. His uncle telling Action 2 News the family trying to support each other and stay positive as they await any new information from investigators or community members. Elijah's aunt echoing the uncle's words, saying they want to remain hopeful.
We haven't found out anything new. It's the same thing as last night. I think from what the detective told us this morning, they're basically doing the searches all over again. And at this point, like, more family members are here, and we're kind of just trying to support each other, asking the community to see if they have any information.
Words can't explain what we're going through. I know our hearts are very heavy right now at this time. You know, we're all trying to be very hopeful.
Members of the Two Rivers community also searching today, going door to door in the backyard, shouting Elijah's name. Many of the search party volunteers remain positive and optimistic that they will find Elijah safe and sound.
We like to think that our neighborhood is a safe area for us to live in and raise our children. So to have something like this hit so close, it just makes us want to hug our kids a little bit more and pray that we can bring Elijah home.
Tammy, good morning. The Two Rivers community waking up again to more questions than answers this morning as 3-year-old Elijah Vu remains missing. We're approaching 48 hours since he was last seen on Mishikat Road here in Two Rivers at a residence there. You're seeing his picture on your screen right now. Take a close look at this. Elijah is 3 feet tall, weighs 45 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing gray pants, red and green dinosaur slippers, and is possibly carrying a red and white blanket. He also has a birthmark on his left knee. Now, the local authorities, the Department of Justice, have all been a part of the search efforts. They spent a lot of time at an apartment complex on Mishikat Road gathering evidence. Again, that is where Elijah was reportedly last seen Tuesday morning. Action 2 News was at a brief press conference last night. Two Rivers Police Chief Ben Minor telling the community that they haven't given up hope and also sharing this important message.
To continue our efforts, I want to emphasize the importance of remaining vigilant and proactive. Additionally, I want to remind everyone to please refrain from spreading rumors and false information. This can hinder our search efforts for Elijah.
The chief also taking a moment to thank the hundreds of community members from here in Two Rivers as well as surrounding communities that have all come together to help in those search and rescue efforts over the last 2 days. And our team coverage continuing this morning with Emily Roberts talking more about that community effort. She's live at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church. Emily, good morning.
Emerson, no one is giving up hope. Dozens of people coming together to create some light in this darkness.
Continue to pray for Elijah and his family and pray for one another.
A candlelight vigil letting community members lean on one another for support while praying for Elijah's safe return. The organizer says everyone wants to do something, but it can be tough to know where to start. She says the vigil is a way to help the community send good energy Elijah's way as the search nears the 2-day mark. Everyone crossing their fingers Elijah is somewhere safe right now.
Love. I feel love in this presence. Love for each other and love for Elijah.
I have 4 boys, so I thought I would want this community to come together like this for me.
Love is a great way to describe it, and one person who has lived in Manitowoc County for 2 decades says they've never seen such a significant outpouring of support like this. Our Action News team, as always, is going to continue to follow this story and will be first to alert you to the very latest, both on air and online. The rallying cry for so many right now is let's get this baby home. Emerson.
Emily, thank you. And as those efforts continue, Elijah's family just patiently waiting for answers. His uncle telling Action 2 News on Wednesday that the family is trying to support each other and stay positive as they await new information from investigators and community members. Elijah's aunt echoing his uncle's words, saying they just want to remain hopeful.
We haven't found out anything new. It's the same thing as last night. I think from what the detective told us this morning, they're basically doing the searches all over again. And at this point, like, more family members are here, and we're kind of just trying to support each other, asking the community to see if they have any information.
Words can't explain what we're going through. I know our hearts are very heavy right now at this time. You know, we're all trying to be very hopeful.